Okay, just remember last class that we were looking at multiplying with monomials times binomials and trinomials, the idea of multiplying polynomials. We're going to continue on, and we're on to level 3 now. And level 3 talks about multiplying specifically binomials. Remember what a binomial means. It means you have two terms. Okay, so some refresher of what we did before. To multiply the expression a monomial 2x times a binomial x plus 1. We multiply the 2x times the x, and then we multiply the 2x times the 1, and then we simplify that to get 2x times x. Remember, the x times the x by definition is x squared, so we get 2x squared plus, and then 2x times 1 is 2x. Okay? Similarly now, we're going to multiply, but we're going to multiply a binomial times a binomial. So to do that, we must multiply each term in the first parentheses, so that would be the 2x and the 3, to each term in the second binomial. Which means, again, that we're going to multiply the 2x with both of the terms in the second binomial and the 3 with both of the terms in the second binomial. We're going to use a box method to help us stay organized and to do our multiplication. So here we look at our first actual problem we're going to multiply. It says multiply x plus 7 times 3x minus 1. To use our box method, we're going to take the terms from each of the binomials and put them along one side of our box. I'm going to use the first binomial and put it on the vertical side. My first term is x. My second term is 7. Using my second binomial, my first term is 3x. Because of the minus, my second term is going to be a negative 1. Okay, be careful about that. The subtraction means that we have a negative 1 because terms are separated by addition. Now what we're going to do is we're going to multiply each top value with a side value to get the corresponding value inside the box. So we're going to multiply the 3x with the x to get the first box. So 3x times x gives me 3 times a 1 if I want to think about 3, and x times x, which is x squared. Let's continue going down. I'm going to multiply the 3x now to finish this row, or this column, with the 7. When I multiply the 3x with the 7, 3 times 7 is 21, and then I still have an x in that multiplication. Now multiplying across to fill the second column, I have x times negative 1 to give me negative 1x, or just negative x, and negative 1 times 7 to get negative 7. Now, just like we were doing before, we need to look for like terms. So inside our box, we're going to circle any and box any like terms. I'll start with circles. Here's an x term. Here's an x term. Those are like terms. Now we're going to write these terms all together as one polynomial, going from the biggest exponent to the smallest, so this x squared is going to go first. We're going to write 3x squared. Then I'm going to add these two like terms, 21 plus a negative 1. Adds up to 20, so there's plus 20x. And then I have a minus 7. So my last term will be minus 7. I get the product, the answer to the multiplication, of x plus 7 times 3x minus 1. Okay, let's try that again. Here we have two binomials. We're going to put our first binomial going vertically. It would be okay to do it across as well. I see a term of 2x and a term of minus 5, so negative 5. Across the top, I'm going to put the first term, 5x, and the second term, 7. Okay, now I'm going to multiply to fill in each box. The top of this box is a 5x, the side is 2x. Multiplying those two, 5 times 2 is 10. X times x is x squared. I'm going to keep going down. I'm going to multiply the 5x with the negative 5 now. 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. And then there is 1x. Okay, now multiplying to get my last column. I have 2x multiplied with the 7 to get 14 for the 2 times 7 and the x. And then negative 5 times 7 to get my last box to get negative 35. Again, I look at the boxes and I look for like terms. X squared, there's no other x squared. X, there's another x. So I have a pair of like terms. There's no other constant term without a variable. So those are my only like terms. Writing out my answer, I'm going to put the term with the biggest exponent first, 10x squared. I'm going to add my like terms, my x terms, negative 25x plus 14x adds up to negative 11x. And then I have my last term of negative 35. So I'm going to write it as a minus 35. Okay? Oops. Apparently that was supposed to go in those answer locations. Okay. All right, now it's your turn. Pause the video and try number 2, part A and B.